Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha, which so much of a person's life, busy in the hustle and bustle of making a parnasa and the great competition to outdo your friend and make sure you have all the luxury items that everybody around you has. Sometimes that is extremely stressful. Let's analyze this from the Torah perspective as we find a contradiction in Gemara and see how a Yiddish attitude should be for parnasa. Should a person strive to have his minimum? Should a person strive to have whatever he's able to get and all luxurious item? Obviously, we wish each other to have kol tuv sela. But what should be the person's motivation or satisfaction? At what point should a person be happy and satisfied? So in one place, the Gemara says like this. In Gemara Erevin, Daf Mem Aleph Amud Beis, says the Gemara, Tanu Rabbanon, the Rabbanon taught us, Gimel Dvarim Mavirin Asa'adam Al Daitoi. There are three things that make a person, if we could use slang, make a person snap. A person doesn't do what he's comfortable doing. Three things will make him do that. Va'al das koinoi. And actually, he won't only go against his own will, he will go against his Creator's will. If push comes to shove with these three items, he will, chas v'sholem, leave the religion. He won't even listen to the Torah mitzvahs. And the Gemara lists off these three things are Elu Hain, Oivdei Kechavim, a goy, idolater, getting too friendly and learning from them, being impressed with them will drag a person down, Rachman al-Litzlan. Ruach Ra is an evil spirit. And Dikduke Anius. Sometimes Nebach, from being so poor, having nothing to mamish, the minimum you can't survive, that will drive Rachman al-Litzlan, a person nuts, and a person will do the unthinkable because of the lack of money. So the Gemara says, Lamai Nafkamina, why is it important to know this list? Why is the Gemara teaching us this list? Says the Gemara, Lembi boy rachme alayu. We have to know this because we have to daven to keep away from these things. That Hashem should bless us, that these things should not be an issue. Stay away from the goyim, make sure there is no connection to a ruach ra, and you should not, chas v'sholem, live through a life of dikduke anius. That is one Gemara, a Gemara in Erevin. Another Gemara is in Gemara Chagiga. Chagiga Daf Tes Amid Beis. Says Shmuel, V'itemer Rab Yosef, Hainu da Amri Inchi. This is a famous slogan that people say about Yidden. Yor an the Yusa liyehudoi, that to be an the Yusa, literally translated, poverty, being poor, is good for Jews. Ki barza sumka lesusya chivra, as a red saddle, a red adornment is for a white horse. In other words, if you read the Gemara simply, it seems to be that not having your needs, Rachman al-Litzlan, being on the Yusa, brings out the best of you. So there is a contradiction here between the two Gemaras. Shlomo HaMelech, in Mishlei, Perek Lamid, Pasik Ches, Shlomo HaMelech says, Hashem, Roish v'oisher al titali. Don't make me too rich. Don't make me too poor. Hatrifeini lechem chuki. Give me my daily needs that I need. I don't want to be filthy rich. I don't want to be Rachman al-Litzlan, very poor. Just give me my daily needs. So Shlomo HaMelech's approach in this pasuk perhaps might be the guide of solving this contradiction. From one place we see that it brings out the best of you. If a person, Shamanta, Avisa, Kasisa, as Chassidus explains, if a person has too much luxury, he gets so caught up in the Gashmis and the Grubkeit that it also makes him fall away from Edelkeit. At the same time, the Gemara just said that there is something unique with an Yusa that it brings out the best of you. So to explain this, there are different Purushim to explain this statement, the comparison of a Niyusa to a red adornment on a horse. The Maharsha says that a white, clean, beautiful looking horse doesn't need anything. Just looking at it, it looks beautiful. Snow white horse. And a Yid doesn't need anything. You don't need any fancy schmancy things. We, in our essence, we're beautiful. However, there is a pshat from Rav Meir Meprim Bishlan. Rav Meir Meprim Bishlan perhaps connects it, he doesn't say this clearly, but it's exactly what Shlomo HaMelech says. The wording of the Gemara is Yo'eh ani yusa liyuidai. Yo'eh means it's beautiful. How could it be beautiful if Nebuch, a guy, is sitting in a shack and he doesn't have torn clothes? That's not beautiful. So he says, no. Chas v'shalom. We're not talking about not having the necessities. We're talking about a sort of an aniyusa, a sort of a living that he has the minimum. And he's happy with the minimum. Chas v'shalom. We're not talking about somebody, a family, not having food, or not having clothing, or not having shelter. The basics they have. But it's a niyusa which is yoyah. It's nice for them because they're happy with the sheer minimum and they're not looking for the luxury. They don't strive, they're never satisfied. That's the type of niyusa the Gemara is referring to. A niyusa which is yoyah, a niyusa which is nice. The Gra interprets this Gemara. He says, when the connection to the white horse is very simple. When the white horse is in the stable, they don't put any tchotchkes on the horse. They let the horse walk around in his regular nature. It's only when he's riding out in public to show off. Oh, you put a crown, you put any adornment, any fancy shmata around it to make it look better. So there's a difference between the public and the private. Says the Vilna Gaon, a Yid should be wealthy. A Yid should have money. But when it comes to the public, it should be not to show off. Just like the adornment of the red shmata is only used in the public. And in the private, he flips it around. In the private, you are humble, or it lets it go as is. Our behavior in the public has to be like that, a red adornment in the house. In the stable, it's not used. In the stable, it's free. That's how our public behavior should be. In your home, you should have like the red horse, the red shmata on the horse as it walks in the public. In your home, you should have luxury. But in the public, not to shtech the eyes of other people, and Rachmana litzlan cause ayin hara, so over there you should live a modest life.